Um, right now I feel great. I feel like this is the best I felt in a long time. It's the most I've worked on my body and my game since probably like high school, middle school days. But going back to last year, I'll probably say overall it's probably 70% here and there. Um, it was some games here and there that was kind of, I was higher than normal. I came in not so swollen, really hydrated, so the ankle didn't bother me that much. So probably like 70% overall though.
Just so you know, I've got 10 questions already for Leaky, so don't add a question yet, and I'll let you know if we'll have time for more. But Ryan Wilcox and Andrew Jones.
Hey, Leaky. So Garrison and Andrew both talked about how last season they kind of learned what not to do. I'm curious what sort of positives you can take from last season and used to build for this season.
One thing we could take is just the motivation. Just the pain. We all still feel everything we felt from last year. Every loss, buzzer beater, whatever the case may be, we still feel it to this day. Even if we have a great practice, we still feel the pain. So I feel like we're just gonna take that fire into every game and make sure we don't have a season like we did.
Andrew, then Brendan.
Leaky, I'm going to stay on your health right now. I asked Garrison, what does a healthy Leaky Black look like? And he gave a pretty good answer. So I'm going to ask you, what does a healthy Leaky Black look like?
I'm curious on what he said.
Said you're a lot better when you're healthy than not, basically.
Yeah. I feel like a healthy me pretty much just I feel like I only know one speed, and that's just everything I have. And I feel like with the ankle holding me back, I feel like it didn't allow me to guard everyone like full court like I'm accustomed to doing, or just being confident in my offense or making a cut or whatever the case may be. So I feel like I'm not sure what a healthy Leaky Black looks like into Garrison's eyes, but yeah, I don't know how to answer that.
That sounds good. That's good enough. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Brendan, then CL.
Hey, Leaky, thanks for taking the time. I was just curious, what sort of things did you, other than the health, but from a basketball standpoint, what were the skills that you tried to work on the most this offseason, and how do you think that your improvement in those areas might affect your role for this upcoming season?
Right. I feel like I'll be more of an offensive weapon. Just getting up, like I said, with Doug at 7 a.m. every morning. Right after that treatment, I'm on the court with Coach Davis every morning too for an hour and a half. Just individual, just working on my game. Just trying to work on my skills, or what I mean, like just dribbling, my shot. Probably don't leave the gym till I make at least 300 a day. It's just like one of those things that's just like in the morning. So I feel like I'm setting myself up to have a pretty successful season.
Do you feel like you've improved in both those areas?
I've never been this confident in my life. I feel like, at least to say.
Thank you.
CL, then Greg Barnes.
Yeah, Licky, I was wondering if you could kind of give us, I don't know if it's comparison, but I was wondering what kind of a presence is Puff Johnson like, and maybe how is it, or do you see any similarities between him and his brother?
Yeah, I do. But I feel like with Puff, he can guard. I feel like he's more physical than Cam is. He's just as big, longer, bigger hands. He's just left-handed. He's like just a left-handed Cam. I don't want to say he's better than Cam or anything, but for him to be a freshman and him to do the things we see him doing in practice is pretty promising.
Thanks.
Greg Barnes, then Quiera.
Hey, Leaky, injury issues last year for the whole team kind of forced you to play a lot of different positions. What is that wing competition and the backcourt competition looking like thus far in practice?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You said what is the wing competition?
Yep, the wing and the backcourt competition, what it's looking like right now.
I mean, I just feel like we're pretty deep. We have a lot of different weapons. Every guy brings something different to the table. Like I said, Puff is a big guard. He can guard, 1 through 4. He can really shoot the ball. Caleb's really explosive. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with his tape. RJ, he's been surprising me a lot this year. The way he pushes the ball, you know, he really can shoot the outside jumper, but he's really good at getting downhill and get to the cup and finishing over 7-footers like Walker and Dayron. So I mean, there's just a lot of different weapons.
Kiera, then Ross.
Hey, Leaky. So people are just pegging you as the glue to this team, that this team will do as great as you are. Do you feel that pressure coming into this season that you will have to be at your best for the team to excel this year?
I wouldn't call it pressure. I don't feel any pressure. I just know I want to be available every game and my best self, just so I can give us a better chance of winning or just playing better. You know, if I'm a little bit healthier, maybe I could, you know, maybe I'll feel good enough to, like, you know what I mean, like dive on the floor or something like that. You know, every little percent just counts. So I just want to give my teammates, you know, I just want to make myself available for my teammates pretty much.
Last 3 questions. Ross, then Brian Keys, then Gregory Hall.
Hey, Leaky, you mentioned working on your body. What have you done in particular to improve to get to where you want to be now? Is it stretching? Is it strength and conditioning? I mean, what kind of things have you been doing to get to the health level you are at right now?
It's everything. It's stretching. You know, like I said, at 7 a.m., me and Doug, we're, you know, rehabbing the ankle, and we're stretching out the hips and, you know, the knees, and making sure my body's good, getting the cold tub, the pool, whatever the case may be. And then I'm in the weight room, you know, getting stronger with Jonas. So I mean, it's 2-3 times a day I'm doing stuff like that. So it's just, I just feel better, you know, I feel stronger just walking around. So
Brian Keys.
Hey, Leaky, thanks for taking the time. Garrison mentioned that your role is kind of a Swiss Army knife on the team. I just wanted to know what you sort of envision your role on whatever the makeup of this year's team is going to be.
yeah, I feel like my role is just to be a leader, you know, just to lead by example, you know, and I try to just play hard, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, you sore, whatever, if you know, don't feel like getting up shots, you know, after a long day, you know, that whole thing, you'll see me in a gym shooting, you know, you more than welcome to come shoot with me, like, kind of thing, you know, just be like a big brother and just a leader.
Thank you.
Last one for Leaky is Gregory Hall. Then we'll get Coach.
Hey, Leaky, we've heard Garrison's trying to up his jump shot this season. Was curious what you have seen out of that and what your perspective on Garrison's jump shot is.
I feel confident in him shooting the 3 much more than last year. I feel like every time I'm in the gym with Coach Davis, I see him at the other end shooting, working on his shot too. You know, he shoots it. He doesn't hesitate to shoot it. You know, it's just repetition at this point. So I feel like he's confident in his jumper, and we're confident in it too.